الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في العالمين ثم اللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، قال الله في محكم كتابه: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ضرب الله مثلا للذين كفروا امرأة نوح وامرأة لوط كانتا تحت عبدين من عبادنا صالحين فخانتاهما فلم يغنيا عنهما من الله شيئا وقيل ادخلا النار مع الداخلين. وضرب الله مثلا للذين آمنوا امرأة فرعون إذ قالت رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة ونجني من فرعون وعمله ونجني من القوم الظالمين. ومريم ابنة عمران التي أحسنت فرجها فنفخنا فيه من روحنا وصدقت بكلمات ربها وكتبه كانت من القانتين. For the hastening in the return of the beloved Imam of the time, recite the salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
At the beginning, before I start any talk, I want to say Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullah. I am very pleased to be among you all, and I am very thankful to him for giving me tawfiq to attend the program of commemoration of the wafat of Khaydjah, al-Mu'mineen, Hazrat Khaydjah, Salamullah alayha. Condolences to you all and to the Imam of the time on this sad occasion. Indeed, before I start my talk, I want to see if you have any question about the rulings of fasting. Otherwise, I start. If there is any question about fasting, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran, in different stories, He is addressing, He is referring us to some of the holy individuals, Salam alaikum, righteous individuals as well as vicious individuals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to know some examples for the taqwa and piety, and some examples for impure, vicious people, to take lesson from them, not to continue their way. In Farsi, there is a very famous proverb saying, "Adab az ke amukhti?" From who Luqman ra guftand, "Adab az ke amukhti?" Luqman was asked, "From whom did you learn etiquettes and manners?" Luqman replied, "I learned manners and etiquettes from illiterates. I just saw them, watched them to see whatever they do, I avoided. And whatever they avoided, I tried to do." This is how Quran wants us to approach the vicious people mentioned in Quran. Sometimes they are known by name, and sometimes they are not known by name because of so many reasons, especially about the righteous individuals, especially about the companions. Just before the lecture we had a discussion here. We don't know who exactly that companion of the Holy Prophet of Islam was mentioned in that verse of Quran. Only one individual is mentioned by name. Quran as constitution is not supposed to mention the names. So this is why you don't find the name of Hazrat Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha in Quran. Although a complete chapter of Quran is revealed about her. Although you find many other verses of Quran revealed about her and her family without naming her. In Quran, who is those who gave their food to Faqir, Yatim and Asir 3 days? Everybody, all Muslims have consensus that was Lady Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha and her husband and her sons and her daughters. Nobody has that. Since Quran is constitution, you don't find the names. Only Zayd, who was son-in-law of the Holy Prophet of Islam, that only Zayd is named by name. It's called by name. Others are not. This is how Quran is. Even about some of these holy individuals or righteous individuals like the wife of Fir'aun. You see, ضرب الله مثلا للذين آمنوا امرأة فرعون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the believers has given the example of the wife of Fir'aun. The wife of Fir'aun is one of the examples. Sometimes the sisters, they complain, we have problem at home with our husbands. They are not doing well. They are not righteous. They are not pious. They are not doing their duties for them and for their husbands. The example is who? Imrata Fir'aun. Her name is Asiya, but it is not mentioned in the Quran. Everybody knows in a hadith, her name is Asiya. Pardon? Asiya bint Muzah. Her name is Asiya, but it is not mentioned in Quran, and she is an example for all believers. Look at Asiya. Her husband was the most vicious, was the most possible vicious person on the earth. He used to claim to be even God and kill several innocent people. Look at him. Look at her. How she protected her situation to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although she was enforced to obey Fir'aun, the most arrogant person of her time, she obeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and her husband, and through such obedience, keeping her own faith, hiding her own faith whenever it was necessary, and keeping her own position until a time would come and she served Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She brought the enemy of Fir'aun and the friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to her house and raised him up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran says to Musa alayhi salam, وَاصْطَنَعْتُكَ yes, say it please. وَاصْطَنَعْتُكَ لِنَفْسِي. Sana, the root is sana. Sana means to Sana comes from sana'a and industry. I made you for myself. لنفسي, for myself. How? By the great look of Asiya bint Muzah. ضرب الله مثلا للذين آمنوا امرأة فرعون إذ قالت رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة ونجني من فرعون وعمله. Look at her patience. In such hardship that she had, and she had to hide her faith, she is speaking to her Lord. Rabbi, oh my master, Najjani ibn li indaka baytan fil jannah. She doesn't say, oh Allah, I want a house in heaven. She doesn't say that. She says, Rabbi ibn li indaka baytan fil jannah. The house in heaven without you is not enjoyable for me. I want you yourself, and if I want heaven, a house in heaven, it is because I want your nearness. I am near to Pharaoh now. I am with the most vicious person on the earth. I want to be with you and in heaven. وَنَجِّنِي مِنْ فِرْعَوْنَ وَعَمَلِهِ, and free me from Pharaoh and his deed. وَنَجِّنِي مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ, and free me from the group of oppressors, referring to the companions and the people of Pharaoh, who used to be very oppressing the other tribe, the Reptiles, the others. They used to oppress Bani Israel. So I don't want to enter the story, but this is how a righteous woman acts. وَمَرْيَمَ بْنَةَ عِمْرَانَ الَّتِي أَحْسَنَتْ فَرْجَهَا. Ihsan with Sad is different from Ihsan with Sin. Ihsan with Sin is doing good deeds, just to be good, having good manner. And I explained what Ihsan is a few days ago. Ihsan, Hisn, Kalimatu la ilaha illallah, Hisni. Hisn, which with Sad comes from obstacle, border and barrier between something, someone or something, and someone and something else. This is called Ihsan. Ihsan, Ahsanat farjaha means she put that obstacle and she protected her private parts. Allati ahsanat farjaha. This shouldn't be a great attribute to describe a lady like Lady Maryam Salamullah alayha. Lady Maryam Salamullah alayha, if she wants, she should be described as she was very near worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen this? It should be very simple even for normal people. First of all, it is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make sure in this verse of Quran, maybe it might be for this reason, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make sure that all accusations are denied by himself, because she was accused because of not having husband and bringing a child. She was accused of a sin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make sure that everyone, it is not because this is a good attribute for her, but because it's a good denial for people's simple thinking about holy individuals. When we want to describe or speak about great individuals, about imams, about even the scholars who have a very holy position for us, like our Maraji, and even about other scholars, about holy individuals, we should be very careful. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to use some words and space in Quran to remove such understanding from our minds, from people's minds. التي أحسنت فرجها فنفخنا فيه من روحنا. And we inflated or we blowed from our soul into her. And that is the story is known by all of you, I'm sure. فَتَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. Jibreel was sent down to her. تَمَثَّلَ لَهَا بَشَرًا سَوِيًّا. Jibreel became like a very beautiful man, and he appeared to Lady Maryam salamullah alayha like a basharan sawi, a very good-looking person. وَصَدَّقَتْ بِكَلِمَاتِ رَبِّهَا. And she acknowledged the words of his Lord, وَكُتُبِهِ, and his books, وَكَانَتْ مِنَ الْقَانِتِينَ, and she was from the obedient ones. From the very early life, she used to be obedient to her uncle Hazrat Zakaria salamullah alayhi and following his instructions. كانت من القانتين. I word by word I explained this verse of Quran because I wanted to benefit from the blessings of Quran more about two holy individuals. But before I go to the next part of the lecture, let us not forget that at the beginning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the wife is giving the example of the wife of Prophet Nuh and the wife of Prophet Lut alayhim as-salam. كانت تحت عبدين من عبادنا فخانتاهما. This betraying is not that type of betrayal in the relation. They betrayed their husbands, Nabi Nuh and Nabi Lut alayhim as-salam. The way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in other verses of Quran, we come to know that this type of betrayal is because of not obeying them the way He instructed them to do. They accepted first, but they didn't continue obeying their husbands. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is even naming, without naming, is giving example of two vicious people. This is also very important to be known, that there is point about historical individuals to be known as the top level vicious people, because they should be dissociated. They should be taken as a negative example, not to be followed. To be taken caution. We should take caution, precautions, to make sure we are not following them. Especially since they are two women, sisters should be more careful. That even if their husband is like that, obedience is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, patience and obedience is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would reward at the end, the best of the way. The reason I explained this verse completely was that I wanted to bring this topic to attention that we need individuals like Hazrat Khaydijah Kubra Salamullah Alayha, al-Mu'mineen, the mother of the believers, to be discussed in our majalis. Her way of life, her lifestyle, her relation with the Holy Prophet of Islam, the etiquettes, the manners she had, the way of raising up, and this is how maybe one of the most important reasons is to bring Lady Fatima Zahra Salamullah Alayha into existence. She was the wasila for it. The way she treated her daughter, the way she treated the community as a woman. How did Lady Khaydijah al-Kubra treat the community? These are lessons. Let me just refer to a hadith. Recite the salawat, please.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah.
In a hadith we hear, and it should be actually very famous, Ata Jibreel an-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. The Holy Spirit Jibreel came to the Holy Prophet of Islam. فقال هذه خديجة قد أتتك معها إناء مغطى فيه إدام أو طعام أو شراب فإذا هي أتتك فاقرأ عليها السلام. He came to the Holy Prophet of Islam and gave a news that now Lady Khaydijah Salamullah Alayha is coming to you with some food and with some stew and with some drinks. When she comes, فَقْرَأْ عَلَيْهَا السَّلَامِ مِنْ رَبَّهَا. Pass the salam of her master to her. وَمِنْ السَّلَامِ, and my salam to her. This is the way, this is where Lady Khaydijah al-Kubra Salamullah Alayha reached. This is her level. In another hadith in the same context, after this part, Lady Khaydijah Salamullah Alayha says, this is her relation with her Lord. Allahu as-salam wa minhu as-salam wa ala Jibreel as-salam. He is himself salam and peace, and wa minhu as-salam, and from him is peace, and to Jibreel is salam and peace. Hazrat Khaydijah Salamullah Alayha, I have to, sorry, I'm missing the time. I have actually another only 7 minutes to finish. Hazrat Khaydijah Salamullah Alayha در اسلام مقام و موقعیتی دارند بسیار حائز اهمیت. حضرت خدیجه سلام الله علیها در دوران قبل از پیامبری پیامبر حضرت محمد مصطفی صلی الله علیه و سلم وقتی به همسری اون حضرت در آمدن، من در نماز جمعه اینو توضیح دادم. حالا بعضیا میگن 40 سالشون بود، بعضیا میگن، بعضی از روایات میگن قبل از پیامبر اصلا ازدواج کرده بودن. اصلا این چیزا مهم نیست که ازدواج، حالا من بیام اینجا اثبات بکنم حضرت خدیجه سلام الله علیها ازدواج کرده بودن یا نکرده بودن، یا فرزند داشتن یا نداشتن، یا 40 سالشون بود یا 25 سالشون بود، همسن پیامبر بودن در زمان ازدواج. الان سلبریتی ها این کار رو میکنن، در همین شرایط همه هم براشون کف میزنن، چیز مهمی هم نیست. چه همه قبول بکنن چه نکنن، چه مردم دوست داشته باشن چه نداشته باشن، چیز مهمی نیست. آنچه که مهمه اینه حضرت خدیجه سلام الله علیها روایاتش فراوونه، وقتم کوتاه نمیتونم روایاتش رو بخونم. خواستگار فراوان داشت. خواستگارهای حضرت خدیجه همه افراد ثروتمند عرب بودن که حاضر بودن با مهریه‌های بسیار سنگین حضرت رو به همسری بگیرن. خواستگاری میکردن، یکی بعد از دیگری جواب رد میگرفتن. حضرت خدیجه سلام الله علیها بعد از آشنایی با پیامبر اسلام، اینه که میگه ما این به زبان انگلیسی گفتیم الگو، این چیزاست باید الگو بگیریم. خودشون پیامبر اسلام رو انتخاب کردند وقتی که ایشون جوان 25 ساله‌ای بودن. در مورد پیامبر اتفاق نظر هست، اختلاف نیست، سنشون 25 سال بود. خودشون انتخاب کردن. آیا به خاطر پول؟ نه، پیامبر پولی نداشتن. اینو باید خانم ها خیلی خوب درس بگیرن. ملاکشون در ازدواج نباید مادیات باشه. الان ملاک خانم های ما کمتر پیش میاد خانمی پیدا بشه که مادیات رو درجه اول در ملاک های خودش قرار نده. کمن، واقعا کمن. ما که تو کار ازدواج هستیم و مردم رو تلاش میکنیم به هم برسونیم متوجه میشیم. اولین سوالایی که پرسیده میشه معمولا اینه که آقا وضعیت مالیش چطوره؟ وضعیت شغلیش چطوره؟ این که خداوند میفرماید نحن نرزقهم و ایاکم، خداوند میفرماید که انکحوا الایام منکم والصالحین من عبادکم و امائکم ان یکونوا فقراء یغنیهم الله من فضله. اگر فقیر باشن خدا غنی و بی‌نیازشون میکنه. متاسفانه این فراموش شده. حضرت خدیجه سلام الله علیها سبک زندگیش فراموش شده. اینو من باید بگم دیگه، برای خودی میبینم داره اتفاق میفته. ملاک ها مادی شده. اینه که ما توی بچه هامون برکت کم داریم. فرزندانمون اون جوری که باید بشن نمیشن. وقتی کسی ملاکش مادیات شد بچه‌ش هم همون جوری بزرگ میشه. و همینه که فرزند حضرت خدیجه کبرا میشه حضرت فاطمه زهرا صدیقه کبرا. اینه شروع ارتباط معنوی است، صداقته. از امین بودن همسرش جذب او میشه. بعدش هم وقتی دیگران میگن باید مهریه تو بالا باشه، اون میگه اشکال نداره، پیغام میفرسته برای پیامبر تو به خواستگاری من بیا، اون مهریه سنگینم قبول کن، خودم بهت میپردازم به من بدی. اینه زندگی معنوی، اینطور باید شروع بشه. نه با شرط و شروط، نه با شرط و شروط مادی. این خانم ثروتمند کارش به جایی کشید که بعد از بذل مال در راه اسلام و حفظ اسلام در شعب ابو طالب، حضرت خدیجه کبرا سلام الله علیها در 3 سال در انحصار مشرکین و کفار قرار گرفتن. حضرت خدیجه کبرا سلام الله علیها در حال احتضار قرار گرفت، در حالی که حتی یک کفن براش وجود نداشت. صلی الله السلام علیک یا رسول الله، آجرک الله فی مصیبت ام المؤمنین. السلام علیک یا فاطمة الزهراء، آجرك الله في مصيبة أمك. السلام عليك يا صاحب الزمان، آجرك الله في مصيبة أمك وجدتك. آمد وصیت کرد، فرض کرد یا وصیت دارم. اول از همه دخترم یتیم میشه، نمیخوام کسی بهش ظلم کنه، سیلی به صورتش بزنه. دوم من در حق تو کوتاهی کردم، منو ببخش. سوم وصیتش رو خواهش کرد مخفیانه به دخترش بگه، دخترش منتقل کنه به پدر. وقتی پیامبر خارج شد فرمود فاطمه، پیامبر خدا در اون عبادت بسیار کرد، در شب ابو طالب کفن پیدا نمیشه، بگو بدن منو دور کفن خودش بپیچه و دفن کنه. پیامبر اسلام به وصیت همسرش عمل کرد، همچین که آمد همسرش رو در کفن بپیچه و در قبر بگذاره. یه وقت جبرائیل نازل شد، ای رسول خدا کفن خدیجه با ماست. خدیجه رو دفن کرد، همچین که آمد از سرازیری قبر بالا بیاد. یه وقت ببینه فاطمه شیون میکنه، این امی و اما. یه دختر بچه دیگه هم سراغ دارم، همش سراغ پدرش رو میگره. کجاست پدر من؟ اینقدر گریه و ناله کرد که سر پدرش رو براش آوردن. در خرابه های شام یه وقت ببینم سر یه طرف، دختر بچه 3 ساله یه طرف. همه بگید یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین. سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. For the happiness and as a gift to the soul of our sister